Here's from Anonymous. Hey, Trip, I had a situation a couple of weeks ago that left me super confused. I was talking to this girl that lives about 2 hours away from me, and it was going well, and she decided to make the drive up and see me. I suggested we go to this party together, so we agreed to doing that. We arranged that she would stay over after. We go to the party, and I talked to her for about 15 minutes while there. We hung out for a couple hours before and made out. Introduced her to a couple of people since she didn't know anyone, and then did my own thing for the next 3-ish hours, checking in on her every once in a while. I don't like talking to one person the whole time at a party. Near the end of the party, I tried to go find her with no success, and she disappeared. Next day, I found out my friend took her home and banged her. Oh my God. Oh man. As you guys know, I don't vet these questions. So I'm reading this for the first time. I have someone on my team who vets these questions. So I'm reading this in the same shock that you are. Okay, we'll continue. He said, where did I go wrong? Was it not sticking by her side for this entire party? If so, any tips for that, since I can't fathom talking to only one person the entire time? Thanks, Anonymous. P.S. I'm 22 and she's 18. Thank you so much for leaving that P.S. And I'm dead serious because the age does matter. I mean, I do believe that whether you're a woman or a man, you're going to react the same way to what's attractive and what's not. But let's be honest, there's maturity differences between an 18-year-old and a 40-year-old woman. Right? There is maturity differences on some level. At least that's what I believe. An 18-year-old is so new to the dating scene, and she's someone who's going to get a lot of attention, and so it's very easy for her to just boom, like pick up and go with someone else. That just happened here. So let's dive in a little bit from whatever you gave me. I want to kind of rehash this. Okay, so she lives 2 hours away. So let me just say this much. The fact that you're talking to a girl, she lives 2 hours away, that tells me that you guys have not been together enough to build a lot of attraction. So even though you guys made out and you hung out for a couple hours before, you didn't have that much built attraction. So it would be easy for someone, I mean, it's still very rude for her to do this, so all ethics aside, it would be very easy for a woman to move on to someone else if they don't feel invested. I'm going to take a wild guess that you guys have not slept together, and as I've talked about, and I talk about quite a bit in my book and my video course, Hooked, that sex is one of the biggest investments that a woman can make. So if she is having sex with you, she becomes more invested in you. There are chemicals in a woman's brain that helps them become attached to you during sex, and vice versa for yourself. So she's probably not that invested she's not invested in you. Therefore, she has a lot easier time being with someone else. Now, into your question more about should you have hung out with her for the entire party? Actually, I think you played it pretty well. I think you went a little bit to one side, like, you did your own thing for 3 hours. That's a long time. You said you checked in on her every once in a while, so I think mainly you played it okay. I would have, taken her to the side, made out with her again. Checking in, I don't know, that sounds like you just kind of said hi and then walked off to someone else. Again, that is good. You don't want to be hanging on her the whole time because then you're going to be needy. You're not going to really show your social side. So it is good what you did. And again, I'm just being picky here. Like, I even think it is possible that if you were still hanging out with her a lot more, that she could have still completely disappeared. I wonder if alcohol was involved in this too. So that could be something if you guys were at a party and she was drinking. And of course, when you're drinking, you just kind of let all, you can let all morals and ethics go and give in to your desires. And someone was able to just pick her up. So where did you go wrong? I don't think you went too wrong at the party. I'm being picky when I said you should have maybe spent a little bit more time with her, but I'm understanding where you're coming from. It's like you guys made out, so it should seem like it's fine. I mean, I think honestly, The only place where you might have gone wrong, if we're going to try to fix this and not play victim mentality, is the fact that you should have had her more invested to begin with, and the fault there was on you. Was, why are you talking to a girl who lives 2 hours away? You shouldn't be doing that. You should be talking to a girl who lives no more than 30 minutes away, so that you can spend more time and she becomes invested in you, and then something like this would have a smaller chance of happening. So again, I'm going to side with you on the fact that you said you can't fathom talking to one person the entire time. You're right. You should be socializing. You're at a party. That's what it's for. So I hope that helps. Those are some of my thoughts. Mainly the problem is that she wasn't invested in you to begin with. And understand, this is the reality of dating. That there are going to be times when if they're not invested in you, they can easily go with somebody else. That is the harsh, cruel, and tough world sometimes when it comes to dating. I will say to anyone who's like, oh, this is scary. Like, do I really have to really be that spot on, or a girl is just going to completely leave me and bang some other guy? I don't think so, guys. Really, I think this is an exceptional case. I believe that this does happen. Hypergamy is real. That means that women are always looking for someone who's more attractive than you. I do think that is all real, but I still think that women act on this seldomly. I don't think it always plays out as much as we think it does in these situations.